What's up, Tangerines from southern Mexico? We are in San Cristobal de las Casas, Chiapas.
That is a mouthful.
It's a mouthful. Some people told us we could say San Cris, so we're gonna go with that.
So what are we doing today? We are taking the price of a movie ticket where we came from in Arizona and using that to see if we can eat out for an entire day.
Eat, drink, snack, be merry in this Pueblo Mágicos.
We've been here in this town for a few days now, so we have some places that we like, but we went to a new coffee shop today to try to get some caffeine in us. Me gustaría cappuccino clásico, por favor. Y también orden de pan relleno.
Sí, está bien. ¿Algo más?
Quisiera pedir un expreso, por favor.
¿Un expreso largo, normal o doble?
Sencillo.
¿Sería todo?
Sí.
Ok.
Gracias. Well, I got a cappuccino and some sweet bread, and that was 31 pesos after tip. And Maddie got an espresso for 20 pesos, but unfortunately it was a pretty disappointing espresso, so now we have to go find more coffee for her.
They gave me 1/4 of the shot of espresso that I should have gotten, so moving on. You guys hear sirens and rockets and all this type of stuff in the background. It is religious celebrations for Lady Guadalupe, and people just drive around with their car alarms on, honking, balloons, rockets, all types of noises. It's been going on for days. We were really hoping to eat breakfast at this restaurant because it's in El Centro of El Centro, and that would have been really cool. It's reasonably priced for normal breakfast, but for today's challenge, not gonna work out, so we're gonna keep on looking. Something about San Cristobal de las Casas that's not like every single city is that most restaurants have desayuno paquetes, which are complete breakfast packages, and they're all usually between about 75 to 100 pesos. They come with usually fruit, coffee, your main plate, and sometimes other goodies like bread on the table. For today, that's probably not going to work out for us, but just about every place has it, so we might be looking pretty hard.
So we're in southern Mexico. Why are you all bundled up?
Oh, because it's freezing. It's like, when we woke up, it was 40-ish degrees Fahrenheit. Now it's something like 50.
Oh yeah, it's getting warm.
Yeah, heating up today. And yes, I know, we're total weenies. It's way colder in so many other parts of the world. But this is southern Mexico, darn it, what the heck? I did not sign up for this.
When we first started our travels, I certainly didn't think it'd get this cold in southern Mexico. It's crazy.
Jordan, where are you going?
I'm in a hurry. Gotta catch up to the parade.
These guys are way more colorful than a lot of them. Last night we saw some scary clowns. That was not cool.
And way less annoying than a lot of them.
This is like peaceful music making. No rockets. This is my kind of parade.
Alright, what do we have here? Coffee, 33 pesos. That's not a good sign. ¿Qué precio tiene jugo verde? Verde, bueno, 20 y de 15 el pequeño. Gracias. One of my favorite parts of Mexico is the fresh squeezed juice. I know it sounds like nothing, but it's delicious.
And if you were to get something like this in the US, it's gonna be like $10.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Okay, so for breakfast we found this place called El Ciprés. It's kind of like an almost literal hole in the wall. You would miss it if you weren't actually looking for it.
So you walk into what appears to be a hole-in-the-wall restaurant, and there's a lot more to it once you get inside. But we decided to go up to the terrace where you're like at the rooftop level and you can see the surrounding mountains around the city.
We have some background music now. And we saw some breakfasts that were 40 pesos. I ended up getting a huevos al gusto with huevos estrellados and chorizo. It comes with these garlic potatoes and fruit, but the garlic potatoes, let's hone in on that.
So good.
So good. Oh man, I think garlic has been totally underutilized in every cooking until now. Those. Totally going back there for that.
Definitely the best breakfast I've had in town. Probably the best meal for the value.
Yeah. Besides the breakfast tasting awesome, that terrace is so cool. Yeah, there's like water heaters or water tanks up there, but you get this like 360 view of the whole city. I don't know, this is, I think, an underappreciated restaurant that we'll for sure be going back to. So that set me back 50 pesos after tip, and Jordan?
45 pesos after tip. We've we've done this $10 challenge in a handful of cities now, and one thing I always like about it is it forces us to try new restaurants, to explore more, look for those really affordable places.
And break out of our shell, talk to
Yeah.
people. I mean, it's not like we don't like talking to people, but I still get nervous like trying to speak Spanish because there's always that fear, like what if they say something I don't understand, and then they repeat it and I still don't understand it, and then we're just in this awkward pickle. Ugh. Okay, so now I have a conundrum because that shot of espresso is not going to keep me awake. If I get another shot of espresso, that could be the difference between me getting elote or not. And as we all know, that just cannot happen. So, should I get it or not? Well, the good thing, at least, is that here in Chiapas, coffee is so inexpensive. A shot of good espresso is 15 pesos. And it's big, and it's nice. You know what? Let's just do it. So I think our favorite coffee spot in town is this one. It's called El Tostador on one of the main walking streets in San Cristobal. And this is where I can find my delicious, lovely, wonderful Chiapas espresso for 15 pesos. I actually tweeted this the other day that before coming to this city, I thought my favorite coffee was from Colima, the volcanic soil of Colima. But Chiapas is a very strong contender now. A real shot of espresso, and that set me back 17 pesos because I left a 2 peso tip on the 15 pesos. I don't really think it's quite as common to tip on coffee, especially coffee to go, as it is for food, but we still like to tip whenever we can and whenever we're not sure because we don't want to stiff someone for their hard work and making delicious espresso.
I think the firework factory blew up.
Well, you used to be able to see the church that we're about to walk to. What are we walking into now?
We see this black line on the street that goes all the way down,
And we're in the direction of all this smoke and noise.
Yeah, but someone had told us about something they do. They'll put gunpowder along a road or like around a church, and then they'll light it, and then they'll throw a bunch of things that blow up along the way, and all these booms are just these things blowing up along this line of gunpowder.
There's just a bunch of pyromaniacs in this city.
Alright guys, so we had to walk a block over because we were inhaling too much smoke, but let me just reiterate what's going on here. At noon on a Tuesday, a bunch of people decided they're going to take the busiest street in town, the walking street, and line it with gunpowder and a bunch of bombs along that gunpowder, and then try to outrun all those bombs. Heaven help anyone who gets in the way of them. I don't know about you, but I think this city might be a little too culturally rich for me.
Too culturally loud for me.
Hábitos carnosidad. Hoy puse.
So we wanted to see one of the big attractions here in San Cristobal, and that is Iglesia de Guadalupe, or the Church of Guadalupe.
And that's not because the church itself is super impressive, but because it's a nice view of the city.
A great view. Well, as it turns out, so did everybody else. But also because of these religious celebrations, and this is where all the gunpowder led up to that. So it is like insane around here with so much going on, and rockets and fireworks, and so
My hearing needs a break.
yeah, my hearing needs a break too. Let's go back to eating.
This is my first time getting a marquesita. I had heard that Nutella and cheese is a popular combination, so I asked for that. Con Nutella y queso.
Queso Filadelfia, queso manchego
¿Qué me recomienda?
De Filadelfia.
De Filadelfia. It was 25 pesos. I'm gonna give this a try. Taste quite unhealthy, but good.
It honestly looks like a waffle cone, like a crepe waffle cone with Nutella and cream cheese.
What you get?
So for the first of my midday munchies, I got esquite, of course, with crema queso, and my new terrible thing that I'm putting on here, mayo. I hate myself for this. And chili and lime. And it was 15 pesos for this tiny glass. Well, it's not that tiny, for this glass.
Little birds are joining in. So we are at La Viña de Bacco, and they offer wine as low as 20 pesos here. So Maddie got a glass of wine, and I got 2 burritos and sambuca, and I am all tapped out. That's my last 82 pesos. Maddie spent 23. I can recommend that place for cheap drinks, but the food was so-so.
So?
So, I'd say only go there for drinks.
Entonces, that's when you switched to Spanish. Dinner, I got a tamal con rajas y queso.
Sí.
And it was 10 pesos, so a very cheap way to fill yourself up.
You gonna eat the leaf?
Nope, not you, Jordan. It's hot tamale. Oh my gosh, it's a literal hot tamal. Tamal, hot tamal. No one says that in the US though. So for dinner, I was struggling a little bit because of allergies and not finding something exactly within my budget, but I ended up finding 3 sopes for 60 pesos at this restaurant called El Fraile, and it's right by Mercado, what is it called? Santo Domingo. So that closed out my day perfectly.
Please excuse all the rockets going off. There's a big religious celebration happening today, and these are going on all around town.
At the end of the day, I got all of this. And Jordan got all of this. How do you think this day went, Jordan, with this challenge?
Comparing it to the other ones we've done, I think this was the easiest. Normally we have to walk all over town trying to find the cheapest places to make it last all day. But yeah, and we didn't really have to go to that many places to find one that worked.
That fit our budget, yeah.
Do you think this is the most affordable city we've been to?
Yes, for so many reasons. Well, so since we've been here, I think it's been almost a week now, we've noticed prices around the city. So this was the test of food and drinks. How affordable are the food and drinks? But around the city you have things in every city we use as benchmarks, like coffee, lavanderias, drinks, I guess sometimes.
What are lavanderias?
Laundromats. So that's where they'll do your clothes for you by kilo. Here it is the lowest we've ever seen in all of Mexico. Before this, the lowest was 12 pesos per kilo, but here at just about every single lavanderia, it's 9 pesos a kilo.
For 9 pesos a kilo, they'll wash, dry, and fold your clothes and give it to you.
In like a great little bundle.
And comparing that to Puebla, we just paid 22 pesos a kilo.
22 pesos. That was the most expensive we've seen. And then other things like coffee, which is, I've never seen coffee for 15 pesos for a shot of espresso anywhere. It's usually around 22, 23. It's probably because coffee is grown in Chiapas, so that makes a lot of sense. And then, but even something like wine, you're pretty hard pressed to find wine for less than
50 pesos a glass?
50 pesos a glass. Here you can get it for 20 pesos a glass. It's crazy.
Another thing, we talked to someone who lives here just outside of town, and they're renting a 5-bedroom house for 6,500 pesos a month, if that gives you an idea of what a rental might cost here.
All right, one last thing we want to ask you guys before we wrap this up is we are considering adding something.
There's a bug on my hand.
We're considering adding something to the end of likely our last video in a city to give you our impressions, our rankings for categories like walkability, safety, affordability,
Weather.
The vibe, the overall, our impressions and opinions of it in comparison to all the other cities and states in Mexico that we visited. If you think this would be useful, please let us know in the comments. It would be a whole lot of extra work for us, but we think it would provide a lot of value for you guys watching and curious about these cities.
Thank you guys for watching. If you found this video useful, please share it with your friends, share it on Facebook, share it on Reddit, and one more thing.
Gong that bell so you get notified the next time we put out a new video.
And we will see you in the next one.